Hello everybody, I'm Laura with Chocolate Chocolate Designs. Welcome back for part 2 of our Woodland Wonder project that we started on last night. We didn't get a chance to finish it, but we're going to keep working on it today until it's done, I hope. Alright, so when you guys do get here, if you would like the list of supplies for all of the things that we're using tonight, the keyword has not changed. Everything is the same from yesterday, so you're just going to type in Wonder all over again to grab that supply list. And as soon as I can find my video and get it pulled up here, I'll be able to see your comments. We can say hi back and forth, and I can tell you guys about my night, okay? Because I had quite the night last night. Let me tell you, quite the night. But, y'all, let me say hello to everybody first before we get into all of that. Oh, my goodness. Come on, baby. Hello, everybody. All right, now I'm starting to see comments. Looks like Karen's doing all right, too. Where are they? Come on now. There they are. All right. Maybe. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Pam. Hello, Sandy. Hi, Roseanne. Hi, Lynn. Hello, Jan and Crystal and Wanda Kay and Joanne. Hello, Karen. I see you survived the storm last night, too. Wow, what a doozy that was. Hi, Nancy. Hello, Terry and Sandy. Day 3 of the nasty weather and tornadoes. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Hey, Pam. Hello, Denise and Elizabeth. Hello, everybody. Hi, Lynn. Thank you for sprinkling. Hey, Callie and Leah and Frankie and Shannon. Hello, Loretta. Oh, my goodness, you guys. Last night was a great start to a fantastic project. We're going to work on that a little bit more today and hopefully get this done. So let me go ahead and show you what we got working on. Lauren, everyone, I'm so excited to see the rest of the project. I have this transfer. I needed to have some ideas. You're going to love this, Linda. Okay, so here's what we started on last night. We went ahead and took some different surfaces and we Mod Podged the back of them with some really cute paper. And they've all got a different paper, but they all kind of coordinate together. Hi, Erica. And then we took just watercolor paper, did each one of our woodland animals on the watercolor paper, and then we just ripped the edges of them, okay? So they're all going to fit right on these surfaces just perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and start working on this project some more by, let's turn this thing on. We're going to turn our little mini press back on. Hi, Brenda. Let's do this. Yes. Hi, Lisa Marie. We're going to turn our little iron on, and we're going to grab some more paper out here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to Mod Podge these babies down because I want these to be secure, and I don't want them pulling up off of this, but I also don't want to have that, you guys know that hot glue bead where your hot glue kind of dries before you have a chance to put your thing down and you have like this rough bead underneath it. I don't want that. So Mod Podge is going to be our best friend today. Wow, is my throat sore or what? Hi, Ruth. Hi, Cassie. So you guys, last night, I don't know, Carol. Last night was a doozy. It was a doozy because after my live was over, I went out into the kitchen, took my transfer out there and all my paintbrushes and everything from the last 3 nights because I usually wait 3 days before I actually wash all my squeegees and my paintbrushes. And I get a text message at 11:15, y'all. 11:15 from my friend Missy, who doesn't live very far from here. Oh my gosh, I got a goober. My friend Melissa, she sends me a message. Oh, yay, Carol. Hi, Hope. And she's like, Laura, are you watching the weather? And I'm like, I mean, I'm watching it out my kitchen window, and it doesn't sound good, but I'm not really watching it. And she's like, you need to be watching this. And so, there's a Facebook group. There it goes. There's that big old chunk. There's a Facebook group or a Facebook page called Michigan Storm Trackers. And let me tell you, these guys are even better than any meteorologists out there. And I believe that they just work out of their houses and they've got all this stuff and they're fantastic. They're phenomenal. And we're watching this storm as it's coming through, and there's potential for tornadoes. There's tornadoes that are touching down and not far from us. Just a bunch of craziness going on all over the place. And my kids are asleep and John's asleep. And I'm doing my dishes and getting everything cleaned up and I'm turning them on and I'm like, oh my goodness. I had already taken a melatonin to knock myself out for the night. But I could not let myself fall asleep. I just couldn't. More storms in Wisconsin and they're heading my way right now. So being the mama bear of the house, right? Hi, Uncle Don. I'm so glad that you're here. You fared the storms last night too. Good. Love you, Uncle Don. So you guys, I could not rest until the storm had passed and all the danger had gone away. And so I just stayed up. I stayed up. I forced myself not to fall asleep. And I watched and I watched and I watched as these guys are tracking everything that's going on through everything. Just in case I've got to wake everybody up and take them to safety or anything. So I think I might have gotten maybe 3.5 hours of sleep last night. Not much, y'all. Not much. And it was quite a night last night. So now, you guys, I'm just going to find a piece of parchment paper. We did this same kind of process yesterday. We're just doing it again, but this time with these pieces of paper. So we're just putting Mod Podge on the back, drying it. We're going to put this piece of paper in place right where we want it, centered hopefully. And then we're going to put down a piece of parchment paper and just give that a good iron. So anyway, yeah, I stayed up. I went to bed, I think, a little after 2 when everything was good and I felt like I could finally rest and be at ease knowing that my family was safe. So there's more storms heading this way tonight. And they're saying that basically it could go on until 3 a.m. So I know better now. I will not be taking a melatonin. When the live is over with, I'm going to put my PJs on. I'm going to sit in the living room and I'm going to kind of wait it out and just kind of take a look and not go to bed again until I feel like the family's safe and everything's good to go. So hopefully you guys, nothing major tonight, not like it was last night, but we'll see what heads my way. All right, you guys, this one's done. He's on there. He's right in place. And he looks fantastic. So we're going to do 2 at a time because I do have these laid out to where I've got the back that goes with each one laid with the paper that's going to go with each one. So that way I don't get anything messed up. And we don't get confused about anything because some of these surfaces are bigger than others. And we want to make sure that we've got the corresponding one, okay? So you guys, how was your nights last night? Thank you so much, Dottie. Did anybody else have a restless night last night because of the storms passing through? Because I sure did. There's that one with the squirrel. Oh my goodness, these are so adorable. Tornado dropped down by us when living in Florida. We were lucky. We just lost a palm tree. They were here today. Stay. Oh. It's coming my way, y'all. It's coming my way even more. Restless night last night. Another one tonight. You slept like a baby, Wendy? So we'll see what happens for tomorrow, whether I plan a project or if I just decide, you know what, this mama just can't take it no more. You made a sweatshirt like the one you took off at the bar? Hi, Melinda. All right, so here we're doing our rabbit and our fox for this one. So there's a total of 7 of these. I got a little chunk there. And they're going to curl a little bit when you put that Mod Podge on there. Just because you're getting that watercolor paper wet. You're petrified of storms and wind. Hi, Pam. You got up early. Oh. Yeah, my day was less than enthusiastic because I could barely keep my eyes open all day long, and I didn't get a whole lot of progress done. The storms and wild wind here in Lower Michigan and I'm in Flint, so we had it come through here. Your tornado sirens went off again tonight. See, ours never went off last night, and I was listening for them. But the storm chasers were saying, like, if you're in this area, you are severe thunderstorm warning, and you should just take shelter. And I didn't get the kids up, and I didn't, like, wake my whole house up for that, but I was watching it a lot more closely. Oh, absolutely, Joanne. We've got flooding all around here, too, which is just insane. All right, you guys, here's our rabbit one. Looking fabulous. A little cottontail rabbit. Oh, my gosh. These are going to be the most darling thing for a kid's room ever. Oh, my gosh. Tornadoes are scary. And then my kids wanted to see videos of an actual tornado. Have a lot of tornadoes in South Carolina, and when it happens, I'm afraid to sleep upstairs. Yeah. I actually just told Evan a little bit ago that I wanted him to go to my bed to fall asleep tonight. Allison sleeps downstairs. We have a bi-level house, and she sleeps downstairs anyway. Both of the kids' bedrooms are down there, but Evan has been sleeping on the couch for about a year and a half now, something like that. And I said, buddy, I need you to just go in there and sleep with Dad, because I feel like it's going to be easier if he's in there with Dad. You know, if I run in and it's like, John, get up and grab the kid. Let's go. Or I grab the kid as John's trying to get his feet off the bed and roll out. And I can just run with them. My health and sanity is important. I lost my sanity a while ago. It's just going to see how sleep deprived I am. Because I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So I can wear my new shirt, you guys. That new shirt. My aunt's coming over in the morning. Just a lot going on all the time. All right, here's the duck. You guys, I think the duck's my favorite. I honestly think the duck is just my favorite. I think I'm going to try to do all three of these right now because I've only got 3 of them left. And the frog definitely goes on the green flower. Oh, I am very good to myself. I'm very good to myself. I got paid today and went on Amazon and ordered myself some new earrings. And I haven't cooked yet this week. I'm good to myself. Why does it stop like right then? Last one, and then it wants to goober up again. Wonder if I can just shake it down. Hi, Peg. Nope, it ain't shaking down. Let's see if I got enough on my Mod Podge brush to just finish off all of these. Because I might. Making sure that I get my edges really well. Because I don't want any of those pulling up. It is weird in the U.S. lately. We have more flooding in our backyard now. It's all flooded out again. Everything. There's just so much water here and so much rain. It's insane. Nope, it wasn't enough. Darn it. Okay, listen. Nope, I think that's glued shut too. One of these days I'm going to bring something pokey in here. And actually be able to poke into my bottles. But apparently tonight's not my night for that. What in the world? I don't see anything blocking it. Okay, I'm going to have to clean this thing out. Eventually. I think we have enough. We're going to make it enough one way or another. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. We're good. We're going to dry these up. We're going to do these last couple here. And I'm going to try not to put the dryer on my Mod Podge brush. I've done that before. Even the jars do it. Whether you put it in a ketchup bottle like I did or you have them in the jars, you're still going to get those goopy boogers in your Mod Podge. Every time. Keep a small nail in the tip of your bottle of glue. If it sticks, I use pliers to pull it out. Works good most of the time. I should probably be smarter about my things, huh? Hi, Carol. Why does it now want to scroll the comments? Thank you so much, Pam. Hi, Donna. I had a very, very, very exhausted day. And, yeah. But we're making it happen. John should be home from bowling anytime now. All right, here we go. Last three. I think the goose is my favorite. I honestly think the goose is my favorite. You guys tell me which one of these is your favorite out of all these animals. We've got the rabbit, we got the fox, we got the bear, we got the badger, the frog, and the what is that one? Oh, that's right, the squirrel. The squirrel. The little squirrel. Having another thunderstorm right now. Oh, hi, Carrie. A large skewer. Oh my gosh, and I have a skewer right here too. And my iron's beeping at me and saying, girl, 5 is enough. And I'm like, nope, we got to do 7. I had to have, you like the bear the best, like the fox? Had to put this guy on the green flowers. The goose, the frog. They're so cute. All of these are so cute. So the word wonder is our keyword for tonight. Again, it's the same cart link. It's the same supply list from last night because this is part 2. Nothing changed today in the world of chalk, y'all. So there's no new no promotions to announce or anything. Nothing new going on. But I do believe, you guys, because I think I heard it from the grapevine, that we got something coming for you tomorrow, okay? And if I'm late posting it, it's because I got my doctor's appointment. There we go. I don't know what yet, just something. They don't give me that much of a heads up. You haven't seen these? You've been slacking. This is the Woodland Wonder Transfer. It's super, super cute. And we're turning them into nursery pieces tonight because I just think that they're, to me, nursery is, this just screams nursery. Thank you, Carol. It's got those nursery vibes to it. I haven't got mine yet either. There's the badger. The goosey. The frog. The fox. The bear. The rabbit. And the squirrel. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys. So the next part here, I'll tell you, I've kind of been trying to prep a little bit for this today. And it even kind of has me stumped. Because I thought they would all be the same, easy to do, easy peasy, and they're not. So I'll tell you this, I went to Home Depot yesterday. And I picked up some trim pieces. And these are just mini trims. And it's a very long piece of miniature trim, okay? And so some of the squares are from Hobby Lobby, and they're 5 by 6. One of them is a 5 by 5, and then 2 of them are 5 by 7s. Okay, so this is just, I don't know if you guys can see, it's got like some decorative edging on there, and it's really, really, really cute. And so I thought tonight what we could do is attempt to make our own frames. And I played around with this stuff a little bit. What you'll need for this is some of that decorative edging, like I've got there. You're also going to need a pair of miter shears. Now, listen, you guys, I had a pair that I bought on Temu, and I couldn't cut through a popsicle stick without every bit of force in my hands, and it hurt every time. And I finally just broke down, and I got a new pair at Home Depot yesterday. And these things make cutting wood a breeze if you have a good pair. If you get a cheap pair, look out. Okay? So invest a little bit into those. I think these ones right here were 26 bucks. But they make a world of difference. Okay? So let's try this tonight. All right? I don't even remember which ones I did pieces for and which ones I didn't. I think I only did pieces for 2 of these ones. We might not get all of these completed, but we're going to get at least 4 of them done. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it, okay? At least I hope I am. So we're going to go ahead and take this piece of trim here. I have a smaller piece because I was working with this one. I don't think this is enough for all of them, but a small power saw would work too. Yours are from Temu and are so difficult. Yeah, Carol, I had those ones, and they were not fun at all. Not fun at all. Okay, so what I'm going to attempt to do here, we're going to have to mark this up with a pencil as we go as well. Okay? So I want this to kind of hang off of this just slightly. Move all this crap out of the way so I have room for this. So we're going to go past it just a little bit. I'm using my table as a measuring guide and to make sure that this is straight. Okay? Out of my way. And so we're going to go past it maybe you know what? Let me use my other one. It's got better measurements on it. This one right here has got so much better measurements. So much better measurements. Oh yeah, much better. All right. So I'm going to start over here at the 1 on this side. We're going to go from one edge and I'm just going to go 1/4 of an inch past it, and I'm going to mark it. Okay, and I'm going to mark right where my edge is at on there. And then on the other side, we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to move this over this way just because it's not long enough. Put that right at my edge. Why did I mark my edge? Oh, I know. Okay, gotcha. Now I see what I'm doing. So I'm going to mark my edge on this side and make another mark that's at 1/4 of an inch. I think that's what I want to do. You guys. Yeah, that's what I want to do. All right. Oh, good. Good. All right, so we're going to take our miter shears. And we're going to go at a 45-degree angle from that edge, and it will tell you exactly what the 45-degree angle is, okay? This is my 45 right there. So I'm following that up, and I'm just going to cut it. You guys see how easy that was to cut these with this? And then we're going to go on the other side, and we're going to do the same thing. So right there where my dot's at for my 45, these are crescent shears from the Home Depot, and they're so easy to use. Okay, so now we've got our first piece here, 45-degree angles on both sides, or at least I think. And then when we come over to this side, we have to cut that off. So now we're going the wrong way with that edge. And so what we're going to do is we're going to move this over here, and we're going to cut this into a V shape. That is not a 45. I don't know what I just did there. That's a 45. All right, cutting it into a V shape so that these fit together, okay? So you're cutting out a little V, a little triangle. Now for this, I'm just going to take this piece here that I've already got, and we're going to mark it. Now once you've done one of these, if you've got 4 of them, don't paste anything or don't glue anything together yet. Just mark them all the same so that you've got the same measurements on everything, okay? And then I can go ahead and just cut on that line. That boy is still awake even though I told him to go to bed. He's his dad's problem now. All right, so these 2 pieces now match. And then we've got to figure out the size for the other edge, the length of the other edge. Okay, so we're going to go right there is where my board piece stops. And I'm not going to have enough to do both on this particular piece. Okay, so if that's where my board piece stops, then we're going to cut our 45 from right there. Hope that this is making sense to you guys. And now we have our side piece for this one. Okay, so they're going to go together just like this and make a frame around there. This will be the bottom piece. We need one more edge, just like this one, for the other side. This piece is too small, but we might be able to use that for something else. Okay, so now I can just take this piece here and I can just make a guide with it. These things are long. You can get quite a bit out of each one of these, and they're really inexpensive too, y'all. Just make sure that they're sold by the piece and that they're not the ones that are sold by the inch. Because if you buy the ones that are sold by the inch, you're going to spend a ton. All right, Denise, have a good night. I get it, girl. Last night was a doozy for a lot of us. But this makes it so incredibly easy. There we go. Yes, chalk and carpentry tonight. So now that I've got these 4 pieces done, this will fit together on here to make a frame, okay? And it's going to go off the frame just slightly. I want it to. No, this is going to go off the frame too much. I got to cut it down a little bit. I think I did it too much. I did. Okay. Not a big deal. It's just these pieces here. So let me see if I can just put the two of them together. Oh, one of them's bigger than the other one too. How did I do that? I'm going to put the two of them together and just try to give them the same cut to make them a little bit smaller. There we go. That should help. Oof, it's still too long. What did I do? The mini trim pieces from Home Depot, they were like $2.50 each. They were not expensive at all. And you can probably get, like I said, 2 frames out of each piece. But then you can make them yourself. Because you guys, sometimes it's just hard to find a frame that you like. All right, so I do have a bunch of pieces now. Let's make sure that these ones are going to work out. Yeah, my measurements before were just not great for some reason. These ones will work out. Okay. You need to get yours sharpened. So I did already cut some pieces earlier with some different styles as well. So this one's a little bit different here. This is that same one. And then this one I only cut 2 because I was like, how in the world do I do that? But now that I figured it out, we can probably cut the other 2 pieces really fast. It's just a little different on this one. For some reason. I'm glad to know I can cut 2 at a time with these, though. Oh, I just pinched my own belly. They're in the molding section, yes. All right, there's that one. That's our short piece, and this is our long piece. And I keep wanting to cut these upside down for some reason. There we go on that side. One more side, okay? Hopefully those all fit together and we can make that one work. Hopefully. Because that one's a little bit weird compared to the other ones. All right. You guys, that'll give us 4 if we can get all these done. 4 out of 7 ain't bad, considering how much effort. It does take quite a bit of effort to make this happen, but that should give us 4 frames for these, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and take our frame pieces here. I do want to keep them together because they might be different lengths, okay? Even though they've got the same design, they might be different lengths. And we're going to go ahead and just take some masking tape, and we're going to tape these down to my paint board. At least I hope that this is the smart thing to do. Hi, Mary. It'll at least give me a place to put them after the fact. I'm going to tape them down after the... So we're going to use stain tonight. We have got some products by Dixie Belle that are in last chance on my site. They're the No Pain Gel Stains, and they're amazing. And I just got, for the first time, one of the colors that I didn't previously have, and it's called American Honey. And so we're going to do all of these in American Honey. We're going to see how much we love this color, because I really don't know if I'm going to love it with these or not. And if we don't absolutely love it, then we're going to whitewash it with a chalk paint. Okay, so that's the plan. We're just going to see how it goes. Thank you. And then hopefully everything goes smoothly and goes well, and this all turns out great. All right, so American Honey Dixie Belle gel stain. The cutters are called miter shears. Miter shears. And they are awesome. If you don't get the pair from Temu. Don't get the pair from Temu. You've got to have a decent pair of miter shears. Otherwise, you're going to tear your hands up. And that made really, really, really easy work for me. Okay, so we've got our American Honey. This is definitely different than the other colors that I've tried in the past. The walnut is great. But I wanted to see what this one was going to look like. Y'all, I thought I had a towel in here. All right, we're going to use paper towel then. Any word on when the heat transfers will be back in stock? Which ones, Mary? It depends on which ones you're referring to. All right, so for this, I am going to put some gloves on. Just because it is a stain, and this will keep my manicure nice and beautiful. And we're just going to dip a piece of paper towel in here, and we're going to stain these pieces. Now, I'm not worried about the back. I'm just worried about the sides and the front. But chances are, I'm going to need to stain the entire thing. And we're going to have to try to get deep down in there. Or maybe we don't try to get deep down in there. Maybe we just go with the look, however it turns out. Oh, I do like this color a lot. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, definitely. The ones from Temu are horrible. Honestly. They're just bad. Bad, bad. I've had them for a while, and then John came in here, and even he had a hard time with them, and I'm like, okay, it's not just me. It's not just me. Toothbrush. Great idea, Carol. Because believe it or not, I actually have a toothbrush in here. I sure do. I just hope that I don't accidentally get any on my shirt trying to use a toothbrush on this. Because you know how the bristles will do that bristly thing? And it'll splatter. Oh no! Toothbrush might make it splatter onto my shirt, y'all. I might have to put an apron on, because that will stain. But these look fantastic. So you just wipe it on and then you wipe it right back off. You guys, look at the look of that. Oh! Where is my apron? I honestly do not know where my apron is right now. Eek. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it real quick, but I don't think I'm going to be able to find it real quick. I don't see it anywhere. I'm not sure. I do need an apron. I just don't know where one's at right now. I will stand back so it doesn't splatter, just as I do that middle part there. The other ones we won't need the toothbrush for, because there's not those like gaps in there. And I really don't need to do the edge where they come together, I don't think, but we're going to do it anyway. Just because there might be some areas where it doesn't want to, come together exactly perfectly. You guys, I am not a carpenter. I learned the basics about carpentry from John. I can do things, but I don't do them perfectly. This is not something I do on an everyday basis, cutting pieces. Large garbage bag. I'm not going to wear a garbage bag. Certainly not going to wear a garbage bag. Let me see, y'all. If I can find my apron. I have so much stuff in here. I can't ever find anything. I think I found it, you guys. I did. It's just behind all of this. I found it. It was in a ball. It was balled up. I don't want to tie it though. I'm going to cut a piece of this diaper cloth and use that instead of the paper towel though. Paper towel's falling apart on me. All right, apron's on. I found one. To wipe the stain on the wood. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do because that's falling off. And if I take my, this is my only pair of gloves that I have in here too, so go figure, right? All right, I'm keeping my pieces together just so that I know which pieces go to which frame, because remember, they're all different sizes here. And this way I don't have too much. What am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Oh, this way I don't get confused when I'm trying to put them back together. They should all fit pretty well. Now I look like a crafter. I feel like I should be on a cooking show. There's number 3 and number 4. So that's going to give us one finished. Oh, I also hope I don't splatter on those pieces that we did too. But I do like this American honey, you guys. This is beautiful. Reminds me of like just a regular wood finish, really. It's not too dark, it's not too light. I think that this is actually going to go really, really well. Yeah, the apron used to come in the starter kit. I've had this one since day one. Since 2001, day one, I've had this apron. All right, those 4 pieces are done. They're drying up for a second. These ones are going to be a lot easier to do because there's not that extra decorative edge on there. Or any place that we've really got to get into. It's just a matter of making sure that we get all of our sides. So there's different pieces there that you can get. They all make different things. Yeah, this stain is, it's not like a stinky stain. It's got a little bit of an odor to it, but it's not a stinky stain like what you get most of the time at the Home Depot, where it just really stinks. And so we had 3 colors. The walnut has already been discontinued because we sold out of that one. But we still have the Georgian cherry, which I haven't tried yet. Oh, I know, Rhonda. I do too. I know, but I mean, Rhonda. I shouldn't. I'm gonna get in trouble, you guys. Rhonda, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Watch the website. The cherry is really red. I'll have to see what that one's like. I have to plan out a project. Oh my goodness, you guys. 4th of July is coming up. Maybe we'll do a project with that cherry just to see how it looks. Okay, good. I'm glad you got my hint. I'm so subtle. I'm so subtle. I just did, subtly. That's all I know is that tomorrow. That's all that I know. Okay. 2 frames done. This is back to being the one that needs a toothbrush. Because I've got a smaller one and a bigger one that we're doing with this particular frame design. Now, you guys, if you can find frames that, you know, I don't know, the Goodwill or something that you really like, you could do that too. But this is just another idea for a way you can craft and make your own. If you don't like what they have at the stores, or you can't find anything that's got a nice decorative border on there, or if you don't like the idea of potentially spending $12 for a decent frame that's got some kind of a decorative edge, then you can make your own for a fraction of the cost and in the stain color that you want and all of that. So it's just an idea for you. Okay, all right, y'all. I still have one more over here that's completely different that I want to do. Wonder is the key word. Oh, I'm trying to keep my pieces together. Oh, that'll work. You made Christmas trees with, oh, that would look so good. That's a great idea, Carol. I should definitely start thinking about more things that I can do with the rest of this, because I kind of think I went a little bit overboard, not knowing how much I was going to need. And I was like, but I'm a crafter. Look, you can't really buy too much, right? That's how that goes. Okay. There's a number. Third piece of the third one. We're only going to do 4 frames. We're not going to do all 7, just because this in and of itself is a little bit time consuming. And I will finish framing these up. Well, by Sunday. Let me just say that, because I don't know what tonight's going to bring as far as storms, and I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring as far as just my day in general. So let me say I'll finish them up for sure by the end of the weekend. All right, that one is now done. And I'm just putting them on my tape over here to keep them together so that they're drying out of the way. All right, here's the last one. And this one's going to be super, super easy, because this is the one that's just has no extra anything to it. Now, the stain, though, I don't think it's water-based. Carol, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that you do have to clean your paintbrushes or your toothbrushes or anything like that with a mineral spirits. or some kind of a paint thinner with these. But I might be wrong. It might be water-based. All right, 3 more pieces, you guys, and then we're done. And we're going to see how much we love this color with these frames. This one right here is a little bit awkward. I had to figure it out. Yeah, she says it's not water-based. You are going to need a mineral spirits or something like that in order to clean the paintbrushes. I will probably just throw that toothbrush away because I've got so many of them. All right, you guys were so close. And I don't think we're going to paint over these. I think we're just going to do, I don't think we're going to whitewash them. I think they're going to look great just in the wood on these pieces. If you wanted to whitewash them, you definitely could. But I think that this wood look is definitely going to work for us and be gorgeous. This is the last piece. Cheap brushes and just toss them, Carol says. That's the way to go. Scrap pieces of towel. Gloves you can just throw away. All that jazz. Okay, we're done. We are done. We're going to throw away our toothbrush. Because that's the other thing too. Tonight's my garbage night. My garbage runs tomorrow morning. Thursday morning. I couldn't put my garbage out tonight like I normally do because I'm so afraid that if we get 90-mile-an-hour winds, then my garbage cans are going to be 2 streets over and I'll never see them again. And my garbage will fly down the street. All right, you guys, this is why I use that paper, right? Super, super easy cleanup. And before I take my apron off, let's get this closed up. So that's done. I'm even going to throw all my scrap little wood pieces on here. Can you keep the brushes, wrap them in plastic for another use? I don't think that I would try that if it's oil-based. I mean, I try to do that with paint projects around my house sometimes, and almost every time I end up throwing the entire paintbrush or roller away because I never get back to it before it just hardens up. And then I just end up spending extra time doing extra work that I didn't need to do. But that's up to you. I wouldn't try it, though. Okay, hands are clean because we put gloves on. We're good. Oh, and stain can catch fire. All right, you guys, let's give these babies some heat. I really want to make sure that these are dry before I touch them again. And before I try to place them down on those pieces, because if it's not dry, I'm going to get this all over that design that we just did trying to line these up right, okay? Now I tried to work ahead and get some of these done so we could get more finished. And the hardest part's going to be lining them up. You guys made the Bugs Bunny ones today? I had to call and make Allie an eye doctor appointment because she says she can't see the board at school. So my little girl might have to get glasses. We go next Thursday to have her eyes checked. The bad tornado storms are out of your area already. Okay, good. But that means that they're moving fast. But glad they're out of your area, girl. Okay, so in doing these, we're going to use both hot glue and we're going to use our, what's it called? Stick Fast. Stick Fast, hopefully, will let these stick together really fast. I think we're good. They can catch fire in the garbage can, just being in the garbage can. They can just like combust. Really? I didn't think they would just combust. Okay, well, I'll take that outside and move my garbage can into the rain. How about that? For the night. All right, let's go ahead and take our pieces here. Our Stick Fast glue. I've got my glue gun on. And we're going to start putting these pieces together, okay? So let's see. Let's go ahead and start with... Let's start with the goose. I think I got one for the goose. I got one for the bear. And then I've got two of the other rectangular ones. We won't be able to do the frog one right now. So we're going to take our... Oh, this is the smaller one. Let's see. Let's do the fox. Wait a minute. No, that is for the goose. Yo! I am so excited. I am so excited about this, okay? So excited. So I did make these to where they are still going to be on top of this, but they're going to be so incredibly gently on top of this. And, oh, I should have done that. Some of these pieces we do have to give a light sanding to because we just cut them, and I should have sanded them first. A house fire. Oh, girl. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. This was the one that we cut last. So there's just a couple little extra like cut marks in there, right? From the wood. So we're just sanding that off so that all these pieces fit together right. And it doesn't stick out and prevent it from touching each other. All right, here we go. Here we go. So I think what I want to do is I'm just going to start with my first piece there. I'm going to glue it down into place. And let everything around it fall as it may. Yes, Sissy, send me a message and you can claim this, okay? But send me a message for it because I might forget. All right, I'm just going to use Stick Fast, y'all. It does stick fast when you're doing glue or when you're doing wood. Don't even tell me that this right here is messed up too. Really? Putting down a small little line there. Oh, I rolled it in that paper. That's what I did. I rolled it in the paper. But I'll take it outside and get it out of my house for the night, okay? To make you guys happy. All right, this one's just barely going to sit on the board here. Same up here. We're going to do the 2 edge pieces next, okay? So again, just a little bit of stick fast right there on the edge. Trying to make it as even as possible. Oh, I kind of pushed my glue out of that one just slightly. Just slightly. And this piece should fit perfectly in here. If I did this correctly. I'm going to say it ain't perfect, but it's awfully darn close. And I could always come in and just kind of cut that edge. I think that I stuck it down. And that piece isn't quite straight. So lesson learned there. But this, y'all, randomly caught fire throughout the day. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys. Oh, look at how darling that is. Oh my goodness. Do you guys love it? Do you guys absolutely love it? Oh my gosh, I do. Totally handmade. And doesn't that look like that came out of a boutique? Like you picked that up or you ordered it from somewhere. Not like that was homemade, right? Start to finish from scratch, you guys. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of it. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at this one here. This is our fox. And I think for our fox, I had a different piece here. I'm trying to remember how this goes. Like this. It's weird. It's really weird. So I think I'm going to just put you guys, for this one, I think I might glue my pieces together and then try to put it on there just because this one's just weird how they fit together. So I'm going to tack them together with that. Don't tell me I cut this one wrong. No, I didn't. There it goes. They go like this. Yes, and I think I'm going to try that with this one. I think I'm going to try that with this one. We're just going to take a small piece or a small drop of this. And we'll hold it and glue it together. Stick fast should go pretty darn quickly. Not that quickly, apparently. See, and then once I put it down, I can't get the edge together. So something's weird there. Y'all. Laura's done with love for sure. Why did it want to do, it worked fine before. Because I had the angle wrong. All right, maybe that piece went on a different side. See, it's like a jigsaw puzzle at this point in time. See, I think these two pieces went together. Which means that this piece goes over here. Those don't match up. Something's wrong with that one piece, y'all. Yep, when I recut this edge, no big deal. But when I recut that edge, I cut it wonky. It's not a perfect 45. Because I didn't hold it down tight enough. All right, let's try this now. That was my problem, you guys. It cut funny. And it wasn't a 45 like I needed it to be. And it's doing it again. Stop doing that. So I'm just taking a sliver off of here. I'm struggling, y'all. It's not so easy to just take that sliver. Let's try that. I'm using they're called miter shears to cut the corners, and I just made that one worse. I think I made myself confused. Oh, now I gotta make sure it's not too short. Well, you guys, we're going to have to work on this one a little bit. Sanding it down, I'll figure it out. I will get it. But for some reason, those corners did not want to line up. All right, I'm going to give up on this one for right now because this is going to take some time to kind of finagle. These two corners here line up fantastic. Okay, and I'll show you, like, that's a great lineup, but for some reason my other ones are just giving me problems, and so I got to figure out what I did, if I wasn't holding the miter shears tight enough, if I cut, I've got a little bevel in there or something, but I'm going to have to work on this one a different day, okay, or like I'll fix it. I will fix all that, but honestly, you guys, it's already 10:44. We got storms rolling in tonight. We're going to finish up these other two really quickly. And then I'll get them all finished as soon as I can, okay? All right, let's do this other frame on this guy then. Nope, it's too long for that guy. This must be my bear. This is my bear. This is my bear. And another thing too, if they don't fit together just perfectly when you make them, another thing that you can do, if your edges aren't perfectly put in, before you do the staining, you could, after you stain it and you piece your frame together, you can use stuff like this. It's just a wood filler, And you can fill in any gaps that you got in there and then just stain over top of that wood filler. Which just might be what I do with my jigsaw puzzle tonight. Just to be sure. Because some pieces are going to fit together better than others. The bare necessities. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Y'all, we're going to go for it just like we did the other one. If it ain't perfect, it's homemade. If it's too perfect, you know it's manufactured. That's how that goes. And I know my bear fits on here snug too. Let's do this edge. I want it right there. Heck yeah, you guys! I think that this is so stinking cute. This project took a lot of thought and a lot of planning. It's not perfectly executed. However, it's a perfect creation. A light yellow hat on your sleepy tweet look weird because he's dark yellow. Oh, girl, I can't even picture that right now in my head, what that would look like. So is this perfect? No. Is it still fabulous? Absolutely. Absolutely, it's fabulous. You guys, there's our bear. There's our bear. And we can just, on the back of it, put a little hanger on there. Oh my goodness. I think that they look great. There's our bear. Look at those. I'm super excited. Okay, we've got one more to do. It's the same frame as the goose. Let's do the rabbit. Hi, Dawn. And let's see how this one fits together. So the flatter pieces are a lot easier to put together than the ones that are like this that have got angle to them. I'm finding out. See my jigsaw right here. This piece goes here. That ever so slightly cut can make a world of difference in where they go. Oh! I'm super proud of these, y'all. So super proud of these. And I think even John's going to be proud of me when he sees these. My carpenter man, who knows all things carpentry and who would know how to make these edges absolutely perfect every single time. And probably has a tool that would cut it better than those miter shears even. But it'd take a lot of setting up. You guys, it'd probably take a big old circular saw or something. Dangerous power tools. Whoops. Trying to move quickly before that glue really sets so that I can adjust these last couple pieces if I really need to. No, I think you're hearing my son. He just got up to go to the bathroom. Man, that stick fast does stick fast, I'll tell you what. Golly gee, they ain't perfect, but they're awfully good. Sissy, they ain't perfect. And they look homemade. You're hearing the storm in my video? I'm telling you guys. And no hot glue. Okay, so we got 3 done. I made them. What do you mean you didn't hear that part? How did I make them? I've been making them for 2 days. I measured and used miter shears. And then did my best work. And I would say these are hangable. It does. It definitely does live up to its name for sure. I would say, you guys, that this would definitely be something you would maybe find at like a pottery barn or something. I think for a kid's nursery room, we have done a fantastic job on making these. I'm going to finish the other 4 as quickly as I can, you guys, sometime before Sunday, and get them done. But what do you guys think? Did you love this project? I know it was a lot to do, but so worth it. And it wasn't just one project, you guys. It was 7 that we were working on all at one time. So think about, like, you could sell these in a set. You could sell them, like, you know, as a, you know, 2 or 3 in a set, whatever you want to do, and just have these cute little, oh my goodness. Perfect enough. Absolutely perfect enough. I think that they turned out fabulous. There's the goose. So adorable. There's our rabbit. Perfect in every way, shape, and form. And there's our bear with a different kind of frame, you guys. Yeah, when I get all 7 of them done, I will post a picture of them for sure. I sure will. All right, you guys, that's what I got for you for tonight. I do need to go put some pajamas on and go hang out in case we have another storm coming in tonight, and check that forecast. Keep my family safe. And I will see you guys back here soon. Tomorrow is pending, depending on how much sleep this mama gets tonight. Trying to watch this storm coming in, okay? All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Have a great one. Stay safe. See you.